And 80 years on from the Battle of Arnhem, the last surviving UK glider pilot remembers his role in the largest airborne assault of the Second World War.
Now, it's a daring but flawed plan. 80 years ago this week, Allied troops began what was the largest airborne assault of the Second World War. The Battle of Arnhem in the Netherlands claimed the lives of more than 1,100 British soldiers. More than 6,000 were captured. Our reporter John Maguire has been to meet two veterans who fought in the battle.
That's what the Germans give us. If you got killed, they should break it in half, and But we used to sharpen it to use it as a knife, Nice.
Jeff Roberts carries his prisoner of war dog tag in his wallet to this day. He was captured during the Battle of Arnhem 80 years ago.
This is the story of that glorious yet tragic operation, which, in Mr. Churchill's words, will take a lasting place in our military annals and will, in succeeding generations, inspire our youth with the highest ideals of duty and of daring.
Building on the success of D-Day, the objective was to secure bridges and river crossings to allow a route for the Allies into northern Germany and force a Nazi surrender before the end of the year. The sky over northern Europe turned black with aircraft, punctuated by white parachutes. Hundreds of gliders were deployed. One of the last remaining members of the glider pilot regiment, Peter Colthorpe, explains why they were so vital.
Because you're very useful in the glider, because when you land in a battlefield, you need it heavy. You need guns, you need ammunition, you need heavy. You can't parachute it down; it's too heavy, and so that's what we do. So if we teach you to fly a glider, then we tow it over the battlefield, and you can land with all the ammunition, with anti-tank guns. So I used to do that.
Jeff was 19 years old and serving with the King's Own Scottish Borderers. He remembers the day his glider took off for Holland and the moment when they were hit by anti-aircraft fire.
I've never seen so many aircraft in the sky at one time. We got a bit of flak going on the Dutch coast where, say, Butch Craig got bit up through his bum, and one or two seats further up were knocked off the wall.
Despite early success, the Battle of Arnhem and the fabled Bridge Too Far ended in defeat and withdrawal. Much debated in subsequent years, the mission's failure has been attributed to poor planning, tactics, intelligence, and underestimating the ferocity of the German defence. Jeff recalls the day two of his closest comrades were killed. They were aged just 24 and 25.
That was chaos. It was absolutely chaos. Two mates were in the other trench with a rain gun, and Brown called out, plumbers had it, and then there was another burst of fire and it went quiet, so obviously Brown cocked it. And
thank you for giving us the freedom.
It's an important anniversary commemorated each September by the Dutch and the remaining few who fought for them. Jeff visited recently, taken across by the Taxi Charity for Military Veterans, and as always, paid his respects at the graves of the close friends he lost.
That's where I'm going to end up.
Right.
With them, yeah.
Not for a while, though.
Oh, no, I'm not in a hurry. Well, that's the first place I go when we go to the cemetery, yeah. I mean, there's several other people that I knew, but these two, they were in my section, my hut. We was in the hut of 28 blokes, and we knew everybody, and just the way it turned out, I suppose,
They were your mates.
Yeah.
Peter has a field where the gliders landed named after him, an honour he's been reluctant to accept.
I try to say you can't do that because I lived, but a lot of people died there. And you're going to visit there. Oh yes, my son was killed, my husband was killed here. Well, Peter, it's called a Peter Colthorpe Field. And I said, you can't do that. But they did it anyway. But I said, I told them I wouldn't go to the ceremony.
The Nazis would have given a great deal to get the bridge back.
The 80th anniversary of Arnhem marks an important milestone in the closing months of the war in Europe. As the years pass, there are fewer and fewer with first-hand experience of the events of 1944, but those that are able will continue to honour their fallen comrades for as long as they can. John Maguire, BBC News, Lincolnshire.